Hi. Just want to drop in and say that I love every single one of you. And um, a book I wrote is on Amazon Kindle. It sounds weird to say available for purchase. But yeah, uh, it is. And I didn't do it for money or recognition or fame or anything like that. Uh, God told me to do it. And I did it because, yeah, like every cell in my body was like, you have to do this and do this now. Mm. And let it touch everybody in here so that they can start remembering their connection to God. Because I don't want to be the only one. Or uh, it's something that if I was allowed to be selfish and say, there's one thing I could do and nobody else had a say, you know what I mean? It'd be selfish. It would be for everybody to feel the same connection in their own way, of course. But so many people don't remember their connection to God. They don't. Not to their soul, not to their heart. They're stuck in their mind. They're stuck in their fears, their traumas, their suffering. And I've been there. I, I suffered so much in this lifetime as well. And I'll continue to suffer or go through anything I need to keep the rainbow waves coming in here, the bringing heaven to Gaia, to Earth. This is why I'm here. This is why I came back. And no matter what, I am love, and love is what I choose. And I put a little short or post as well, I think, on my YouTube video, so you can see the cover of it. And like I said, it's not about making money or fame or recognition or anything like that. Specifically created to activate and reawaken or help people remember that connection. That's all I want. And I'll keep doing the work that um, God sent me here to do, no matter what happens. I love you all so much. So much work to do, so much untangling, um, so much standing strong, not giving up, even though there's been times where it feels so difficult or overwhelming or um, at times lonely. But like I said, I want everybody else to be able to feel God, themselves, everything, everyone. That's my experience. It's so interconnected, you know. I love everything and everyone. All that exists. No one is exempt. Nothing is exempt. Everything is a part of me. Everyone, and I am part of everything and everyone. And we're all a part of God. And those that forgot this connection, don't remember who they are, where they came from. I remember where I came from. I came from heaven, and it's up there where the sun is. That's where I came from. The sun. I said it a long time ago when I had all these other videos up and stuff. Talked about it. Didn't understand certain things that were happening and why I could do what I could do and so on and so forth. So, I mean, I was making videos helping, ripple out um, awakenings and remembering because that's what everything is about. It's about remembering, remembering who you are and uh, why you're here, and no more of this um, looping and cycles and forgetting. No more of that. But we're all very much in agreement that this cannot continue, that this earth, that Gaia, no longer will exist this way. And forgive me for the crappy environment. I'm still sort of semi-homeless, so this is like a pop-up tent. It's a pop-up tent that I got at a thrift store, and I'm using it as a background so that this video won't look sillier than it probably already does. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine with doing just regular everyday work. I was working in foster care in a boys group home for like 4 years. And then I worked a little bit at a facility with adults that have mental disabilities. And, I love everybody, all of them. They all matter to me. And I treat them the way I treat myself, And I want to keep doing that, but in a much greater scale. And I see how so many are struggling and searching for God, and so many people believe in Jesus. Jesus works, but it's Yeshua. Wow, that reminds me. I don't know if it was like a month, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. I don't experience time, but I was meditating and I was hearing chanting. Like if I was listening to people that were in like a church or churches or gathered somewhere, some location, but I kept hearing Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Everybody's chanting Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. And then at the very end, I heard Yeshua. It was like a whisper of Yeshua. I was like, I wonder what this means. And then I spoke with somebody else, and they're like, "Did you hear it? Did you hear it?" And I'm like, "Are you talking about the chanting?" And they had their own version of what they heard, but I told them about what I heard, and yeah, we're all super connected. So God sent me and so many others here to experience all this suffering firsthand, because God experiences it through us, sees everything, experiences everything through us as well. So if you think God is absent, or he's not suffering, or he's not right here with you, right here, then you don't remember yet. And you will, though. You will, because no matter what, the more I connect, the more others connect, it just ripples out to everybody else. And it's going to keep doing so no matter what. There's no more stopping. I've already spoken. I can't really say too much, but let's just say we're at the point where everybody is on our side, okay? Because everybody wants this change. Everybody wants to remember. They don't want to continue this cycle of taking and draining and the inversion, the turning their back to God and saying they're God, or they can do better, or whatever. Because to me, in my experience, everything begins and ends with your experience of either being separate, the illusions of being separate, or just feeling and remembering how connected everything and everyone is, I can feel all of it. It can be very, very overwhelming. And it's taken me years, since 2017, to come to this point right now. I was, hit so many times with so many things and hurt over and over again. And this year, I kept saying that it's like I'm going through the second awakening, and the sacred fire will awaken when it needs to, if it needs to. But I don't want war. I don't like fighting. I don't. Never did. But I'm going to embody unconditional love no matter what happens to me, no matter what happens to anything or anyone. No one will convince me otherwise. Okay? And it's not about me saying who I am. It's about all of you remembering who you are and always have been. And then we can all start, truly co-creating together and, bringing heaven to earth more and more. Because the state of things is just the inversion and all that. Suffering, chaos. So many things have happened, things I've been through, things that people wouldn't believe. But if they heard me tell the story or, feel what I'm talking about. And I know there are others that have experienced so many other things. So it's just a vast majority still hasn't. So it has to ripple out to them. And it takes its time. Because before it was just, I would get hit with these torrents of agony, and I didn't know what those were throughout my life. It just got worse and worse and worse until I decided to free myself from it. I didn't know what it was or what was going on, but I was like, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to understand what's going on. I'm going to break free. Break free I did in 2017. I think it was around maybe May, around there. I'm not sure. Like I said, as soon as I broke free, though, I don't experience time anymore. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that just connects to it, and it's like I can read it to you. And these things that I didn't write, they're already written. They're talking about all these experiences that I had in this lifetime. So stand strong. I'm here with you no matter what. Right here. Always. And no one is going to get to heaven unless they go through me first. So there's no breaking into heaven. There's no going to be no war in heaven. Nothing like that. No. We've all created this. We want this. It's happening. I love you all so much. And like I said, I'm willing to suffer and go through anything. Anything. And God knows it. He surely does. And I don't ask for anything in return. The remembering and the awakening and everyone else feeling the same that I do, reconnecting to God, that is all I ask for myself, which is not really, I'm not asking for myself, I'm asking for everybody else, but everybody else is me, and I am everybody else, so it sounds selfish, but it's not, truly. But if I could be selfish, that's how I would be selfish. Oh. I am love, and love is what I choose no matter what happens. If you think it's too late or whatever, you've gone too far, go ahead and read my book if you want to, but I'm telling you, it's never too late. It's never too late. It'll never be too late. But, you still have free will, so you can choose to live in the illusions of separation. You can choose to even not exist anymore if you want, just go back to source. Whatever it is, God loves you so much so that he will never force you to do anything. It's all you asking. It's all you wanting what happens. And I know there's a trillion things you can say about your pain and suffering and whatever you're going through, but I'm telling you right now, you stand strong, you connect to God, you remember, and you can do what you want to do. What you want to do is love. Be love, because that's what God is. It's unconditional love, and it's creation, it's creating, co-creating, it's creating worlds. Oh, my hair looked kind of silly. Now my hair's getting pretty long. Either way, like I said, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. And should the past want to repeat itself, it's going to be different this time. The only thing that's not going to change is that I am love, and love is what I choose no matter what. That's unconditional love. And that's not, doesn't mean that I agree with horrible things that happen or want them to happen or excuse them or whatever. Once you remember, once the illusions of separation have faded away, and you won't need me to say anything, you won't question anything, because everything's going to be inside of you. You're going to feel it, you're going to know. And there's so many of us here doing this, helping. It would sound very, very like no sense at all to come here to suffer when I was in heaven. But it makes perfect sense, because all of you are a part of me. I love all of you. You're my people. I'll never abandon you. I'll never stop loving you. And I am the high guardian, the high fulcor of Gaia. And she's done so much too. And it's an honor and a pleasure to suffer for all of you, for Gaia. Like I said, nobody is exempt. No one. Sorry about the lighting. I keep getting my nose shadow. And if you're afraid to die, don't be. Fear comes from the illusions of being separate. All suffering, that's where it comes from. The moment you believe yourself are not a part of God, not a part of everything and everyone, it's the moment that you start to suffer. It's the moment you turn your back to everything and everyone, to existence, to God. And even though you have the ability to choose that, it doesn't make God love you any less. No matter what. No one. You can say, well, what about these things or these entities or the devil, blah, blah, blah. No one. God loves you all. No matter what happens. I'll leave it here. Don't forget to breathe. Thank you, all of you, for coming here and doing this with me. Like I said, an honor and a pleasure to serve, to love unconditionally. I'll catch you all later. I'm going to meditate now.